and propel someone like Lemon far ahead. And even though the Immortals, they are giving the trust to Zello to play this Renekton, someone that can win the early laning phase against Lemon, I imagine that Singdo is going to come up and rectify that laning phase real quick.
I mean, I feel like sometimes as well when the Lee Sin gets picked in with a scaling comp, Lee Sin is just there just to stall the early game as well.
Correct.
Just in terms of, you know, maybe looking for counter ganks, maybe looking for the early aggression skirmishes, making sure that in this case, Immortals are not the ones that are playing aggressive, so they're there as like a store. Obviously, Lee Sin doesn't scale as well as like a Kha'Zix, for example, but you have the center, like you mentioned, you have the Corki, you have everything on the side of JDG that they will be comfortable with. We're going into the second game, it's all about Jingdo, you know, in that early game, making sure that he can stall into that late game so then JDG can feel comfortable.
And on the flip side, you know, we had questions for Lemon after the Jace pick. This time he is going for the Morgana. And we have seen the Morgana jungle, unfortunately not get any wins so far, but we have seen it twice. The Morgana jungle, big strength of this champion is that it has by far the fastest jungle clear speed. And yes, he is starting. He's starting Wolves so that he can, I know you can, long-range damage becomes a premium. And look at this, Doki flashing forward, Protobelt into the Facebreaker, getting the full-on showstopper, finds first blood for JDG.
First blood to JDG, but here comes the counter gang from starting though.
Shock
Great
blast,
block.
flashes from both Ledmont, forcing the flash out and counter response, but JoJo is there with his own counter response, catching out Charm.
Lamont's timing there on the Dark Binding, not Dark Binding, sorry, on the Black Shields was just really unfortunate. I think Doki there was just split decision making. That's all it takes, you know. If you want to go in, you go in. You just go full force. And Lamont on the Black Shield wasn't
blade
able
of the
to stop
Exxon,
the
the wind slash, now it's
Lemon
pressure.
could kill him. Lemon could just kill him. Wow, Zello's playing with fire. He just walks up, he uses his ultimate in the end, but it's fights will cross the map.
Another showstopper. Down goes Ledmont, starting his left to himself in a 1v3 isolated. The dragon still being tamed up here by the rest of JDG, and because there's no jungler, Immortals cannot threaten to steal.
That means that JDG, they're going to get the Rift Herald, and they're
getting everything.
They're going to take the dragon as well.
They're
and now,
so good, man.
And now they're going to just look towards the first dragon of the game. And again, this is JDG. The rotations around the map, being at the right place at the right time. And you know what? They don't even need the Rift Herald.
Wait a minute. Body slam, explosive cast, a lot of damage, but Toki.
Rift Herald?
Good mechanics. Haymaker flash gets him out, but nice Dark Binding and Chain of Corruptions lands right on top. That is an answer from Immortals onto JoJo.
Nice engage there by Immortals, making full use. You know, really good explosive cast by Charm as well, clearing out the minion wave, making sure that JDG can't get the first tower of the game. Quite surprised that Jingdo didn't just drop the Rift Herald there to get even more of an advantage. But he's just saving it for now. He feels that maybe his team could just get that bot lane tower instead. He can maybe use that towards the mid lane.
Oh, man, dude. Lemon is so terrifying now that he has the Black Cleaver to match against Zello, because it's bypassed the point where Riven is normally weakened to the Renekton. He's falling forward, but Charm is here, potentially saves the play. Zello pops the dominance, and Charm! Burned down 50% HP, and it means the dragon is being stalled out.
No Morgana ulti, no Varus ulti as well. Gume just missed the Chain of Corruption there, which means that, you know, Jingdo still has his ulti, Chi still has his ulti, and Doki still has his ulti as well, but really good Dark Binding.
Okay, Dark Binding gets about 50% HP out of JoJo. You saw pressure from Immortals in the mid lane. 3-man Facebreaker from Doki, stalling as much time as he can. Allows Singdo to secure the Infernal Dragon for JDG, and now they just have to be on the run. If they get out alive, Doki's the only person that falls. And Immortals now trying to find a counter response. They can look to clean up this tower and at least answer some gold back.
Yeah, they do get the mid lane tower, and to be mid lane as well, you know, they're making sure that Immortals have no way in. Now it's all down to this Elder Dragon. It's all down to this moment. Keep an eye on the junglers. Keep an eye on Doki.
Doki frontlining for it. Also watch JoJo to see if he uses the package to dive in and create space, or if he uses it to engage onto the pick. Doki in the front line doesn't have Haymaker. Okay, Immortals now have a numbers advantage, but the package is huge. Ledmont separating the members of JDG from the back line. He finds the rocket onto Immortals, and now they're kiting backwards. Zello taking up as much as he can, but it's the flash forward from Lemon that finds the broken wings knockup. Not even starting, can survive the engage. Gume is forced to retreat.
I mean, you mentioned it just before as well, you know, it's all eyes on JoJo to keep an eye on the package, and Immortals.
Oh, they were trying to go for a Hail Mary. Respect to them, but JDG will quell Hail Mary attempts from the North American representative. We'll say thank you for the Baron Leash. We'll take it from here now. The rest of Immortals are now on the run, but Che is just running down the rest of Immortals, starting Ngume, the only members to survive, but a Baron being gifted graciously over to JDG, taking it in full stride and marching down towards the nexus of Immortals.
Like you said, Immortals tried to go for a miracle play. Respect to them. They tried to go for a little bit of a miracle play, but JDG, they're one step ahead every single time. They're trying to make plays, they're trying to go for engages, but JDG, they're the ones that are on top.
Arguably a closer game for the first 14 minutes, but by the time when it got to the final objective, JDG struck with ferocity and striking fear into the hearts of everyone